Following the huge revenue losses suffered by the country due to the huge debt owed indigenous companies by IOC'S and the over $21 billion crude oil loss to sharp practices by same IOC'S, the House Ad hoc Committee, headed by Representative Daniel Rineju, has invited Ibe Kachukwu, Minister of Petroleum Resources, and the Chief Executive Officers of all oil companies operating in the country to appear before it. He says the decision for the invitation becomes necessary owing to failure by relevant regulatory agencies to take necessary actions to recover the debts.
Investigate the operations of Deep Offshore and Inland Basin Production Sharing Contract Act, PSCs, as it concerns the NNPC and international oil companies, towards determining the reasons for the loss of $21 billion, inquire why appropriate steps were not taken promptly and over an inordinate long period to remedy the situation which led to the loss and possible recovery of revenue loss to this nation. Accordingly, the House requires the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources to provide it with details of financial transactions between NNPC and IOC'S during this period.
He further gave the scope of the mandate of the committee as related to both motions sponsored by the House.
The Ad hoc Committee hereby invites all IOC'S, NPDC, VPRO, NNPC, and the Ministry of Petroleum to furnish it with records or related documents in respect of the processes that transpired in the acquisition of marginal fields and the financial proceeds from the bids, details of operation of licensed marginal fields operators, the status of strategic alliances with investors, and C, local companies being owed to furnish with the committee with details of their respective transactions or contract.
The committee has mandated all IOC'S, Petroleum Development Company, Department of Petroleum Resources, and the NNPC to furnish it with records and all related documents of the process that transpired in the acquisition of the marginal oil fields and proceeds from the bids on or before 17th of August 2018. The chairman insists that the committee will be left with no option than to adopt all petitions before it, should they fail to comply with the directive.